having fun. All right, so Christmas tree skirts really do dress up our trees, don't they? And here to show us how to make one of our favorite decorations easy and affordable with something you probably already have in your closet is Orly. I love the way you repurpose everything, Orly.
Oh, thank you. This is a really fun one because this is actually the time of year, and I don't know about everybody else, but this is the time of year where I do tend to go through my wardrobe. I'm getting ready for the new year. I'm looking at things that maybe I'm not wearing anymore, and I end up with a huge bag of donation. And then I pull open the bag and I end up coming up with projects for them. And so I had a really fun idea, and it came to me when I was super inspired by the Hallmark movie, Christmas Under the Stars, starring Jesse Metcalfe. He works at a Christmas tree farm and he meets an astronomy teacher. She's played by Autumn Reeser, and I think you can imagine what might happen there. But as I was looking at all of these trees and I was imagining, like, what do they need? They need a dress.
For the tree, oh my goodness,
they need some fashion. So I thought it would be really fun. So anyway, I went back through that bag of clothing that I had saved. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh, and I decided to use an old skirt, an actual skirt converted into a Christmas tree skirt.
Christmas tree skirt. I love it. Christmas tree skirt.
Thank you. Words are hard.
They're hard. Making this Christmas tree skirt is not. So let's get started. What do we do?
So the first thing that you want to do is take your skirt. Now, if you don't have any large, like voluminous skirts, this is the time when you're going to want to go to your local thrift store and look for that purpose.
Okay.
A skirt like this, you can see, has a really cool shape. And obviously, it's got a lot of volume there. So something like this would be great. You also want to consider what would work with the decor you're going to have in your home, because obviously this is going to be part of that decor. So something like this green one, obviously the red that I found was great.
Beautiful.
So what you want to do is find the center back of your skirt, and we're just going to cut it right open in the back.
Oh,
I know.
So pretty. You're going to cut it.
I know, it's kind of sad, right? But that's why I'm saying you want to make sure you're doing this to something that you already were not using, something that was in the donation bin, or that you found for a very affordable price at your local thrift store, which there are plenty. So all I'm going to do is cut it open, and if you have one like this where there's a lining, just cut them at the same time so you're cutting through both layers of fabric.
All right, there we go.
Now, the red one that's under the tree, that was basically what I did.
That's all you did?
That's what you do. I cut it open, and because that skirt was, I'm gonna lay this down just so we can see, because that skirt had such a full circle, it was actually enough. It was enough for me to just say, okay, this is done. The back is gonna be hidden in the back where I cut it open, so you could hem it if you wanted, but you don't have to. And then I added a trim. However, you can see this skirt doesn't have quite as much volume.
Okay.
Right? It's not going to wrap all the way around the tree. This is where you're going to want to get a second skirt. So if you've got one lying around, great. If not, when you're at the thrift store, look for a pattern or fabric that might work together. I had this
So it could almost be, depending where you put it, you could switch the skirt and just change it up for the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is where you can add in a lot of fun. I saw this and I thought this was really cool because the pattern and the texture on it was different, but was enough that I could really play with it. So what I did is I cut the skirt in half and in half again. Now what I would do is I would add this as an extension on this side. I would add this as an extension on this side, extending out my skirt. And because we want to connect them, right, there's two things to do here. One is you're actually going to connect it, which you can do with fabric glue. So I'm going to bend down here. I hope that's okay.
So you don't even have to sew this?
No, this can be completely fabric glued.
How do you get a clean edge, though?
What you would do is face to face. So we always talk about this when you go face to face. We're going to lay it down just like this, and you would attach this to this. Fabric glue it all the way down, starting at the hem. That way when you fold open, it's clean finished on the edge just like that.
Wow.
Now, Deb, would you hand me that trim?
I absolutely love this.
Isn't it so fun? I know, I want to make 1,000 things out of it. But this is where you have the opportunity now to really connect everything together. By adding the black trim to the bottom of the green skirt, it now connects it into our black extension.
Sure, oh my goodness.
So now all you would do is, again, fabric glue all along the edge, just like this, working your way down.
I can't believe this is a completely no-sew project.
It can be completely no-sew. And actually the great thing about it is that you can, if you want, use fabric glue or hot glue. The only reason I would use fabric glue, is if the materials of your skirt are machine washable. You could throw it in the wash.
Keep it clean.
If the skirt is not machine washable on its own, it's not going to be machine washable now. So then you'll want to take it to the dry cleaner to have it.
And you really want to put all of the sort of embellishments on the outside.
Yes, on the outside, exactly. And then one final thing that I think is super fun is just to think about wrapping paper. Like here, for example, I thought the polka dots were really cool. It kind of has this fun retro vibe with the red and the black. So if you want to have like a whole moment, go look for Hallmark wrapping paper that matches with your Christmas tree skirt so that you have this like whole like big statement piece in your home.
I mean, that is a vibe.
It's really fun, right?
That is really cool.
And I mean, it costs nothing. You're using
Zero.
you're using things that you were
All
going to
leftover.
donate or a couple of dollars at the thrift store.
And if you don't know how to sew, so be it.
So be it.
Because you don't need to know how to sew. Orly, that was awesome. I love that. For full instructions, visit hallmarkchannel.com and be sure to watch Christmas Under the Stars this Saturday at 8, 7 Central right here on Hallmark Channel.